Well, thank you for coming. It was a nice win for us against a very good basketball team. UCLA is as good as any team we play offensively all year. We knew we had to defend and try to rebound. So give UCLA credit. They made us work, but I thought our guys did a nice job defensively, and of course we made some shots when it counted. So it was a really, really good win for us.
Coach, can you tell us about the poise that you guys showed when UCLA closed out? I think it was 56-62. You guys seem to step up on the defensive side to get you guys the bigger lead.
Yeah, we thought we'd win the game on the defensive end. The second half turned into a very defensive struggle. We weren't moving the ball, and I thought our offense was very stagnant for about 7 minutes. I thought we took some bad contested jump shots and just didn't get in the lane and make plays like we had been. So we had to pick it up in the defensive end. They cut it to 6, and Elijah, I think, hit that big 3 to put it back to 9. But UCLA is a very good basketball team. They're going to go on runs, and so we just had to try to withstand it and play our game.
What was the key to shutting down Isaac Hamilton, Bryce Alford? Both games, you really limited both of them.
Well, we have pretty good guards too, and they took the challenge to try to defend, make it tough. You're not going to shut down those guys. Hamilton and Alford are as good as scorers as we played against all season. They average 17, 18 points a game in the league, and they're so talented. They can shoot the 3, they can penetrate, they have the floater game, and they also make plays for teammates. So our job is, or our goal was just to try to make it challenging for them because we know how good they are.
Tony Parker is one of the better offensive rebounders in the conference, and really hurt you guys there last game. How was you only able to limit him to 5 total rebounds?
Well, Parker didn't play as much as. Yeah, he had 3 offensive rebounds. Thomas Welch did a nice job on the boards. He had 7. So it's not surprising because those 2 guys are the 2 best offensive rebounders in our league. So when you play UCLA, you try to take their strengths away as best you can. But 2 of their big strengths are Welch and Parker hitting the offensive glass, and they did a nice job tonight of getting a few early, and we were able to down the stretch at least rebound the ball.
Were you surprised that Parker came off the bench tonight versus the first game that you started?
I believe he came off the bench last game as well. So it didn't surprise us, but I think they have the same rotation. Whether it's kind of like us, it doesn't matter who starts.
Coach, talk about the crowd today.
Well, it was. The Galen Center is just a terrific atmosphere for college basketball. When you put this many people in, it's loud. The fans feel like they're on top of you because it's a basketball arena. It's not a hockey arena, so it's very just a great place to play. And we had terrific student support. They were here an hour and a half before the game, or actually 2.5 hours, before the game, lining up to get in. And usually when we go through warm-ups an hour before the game, there's no one in the arena, and the student section was packed. So to have the students of USC embrace our team and to be enthusiastic and come support, it means a lot. And it creates an atmosphere and a home court advantage that some other teams have around the country, and we're trying to get to. So hopefully they'll continue to support us, but it really means a lot, and we're very appreciative.
You downplayed kind of the rivalry implications going in, but now that you've swept UCLA for the first time in a few years, do you see any significance to that, or does that mean anything to you guys?
It's nice to beat anybody twice in our league. This league is really good, and UCLA is a big rivalry game. That's why we had a sellout today, and that's why the students came out, because it was UCLA. And so to do that, it's great for our program. UCLA has been one of the top programs for decades in this country, and certainly in this city. USC basketball has had great players and coaches, and certainly a lot of success over the years in different, but just hasn't been as consistent as UCLA. So it means a lot to our program. Our goal is to compete on a Pac-12 level and a national scale, and you need to compete with UCLA to do that because they've been there for so long, and their team is excellent this year. So in a bigger picture, we're looking at a Pac-12 race with 18 games, and we have 8 more. So the 2 wins we have against UCLA mean a lot to us from a league standpoint, from a national standpoint, and we'll try to keep improving these last 8 games.
The 61 points were a season low for UCLA. What do you guys think you were able to do so effectively on defense?
Well, we just made it challenging for them to make shots, but we had great energy tonight. The fans were here, and it was. I thought our players did a nice job of just challenging and contesting all the jump shots, and then trying to rebound the ball.
Coach, again, looking at your game categories where the points came from, dominated the Bruins at 3 out of the 5 points in the paint, turnovers, and again on fast breaks, 13-0. I know you haven't had time to look at the stat sheet really in depth, but your thoughts on this surge in the domination of those categories?
Well, we have a style of play we like to play. It starts with our defense. We try to get deflections and steals and block shots and then challenge shots. And then when you can do that, you can get out and push the ball in transition. We try to score as quickly as we can, but we like to take great shots. We had 17 assists and 11 turnovers, so I thought that was a very good ratio against such a good team. And then you have to make some shots, and we did that at crucial times in the game. So we have a style we like to play. Sometimes the style works, sometimes it doesn't, but our players are doing an excellent job of trying to execute that.
Andy, can you elaborate further on Darian Clark's injury and how you think it'll impact the team going forward?
Darian separated his shoulder in practice yesterday. He plays hard every second of every practice and game, and yesterday was no different. He was just playing hard. He got caught and came down on the floor and fell on his shoulder and dislocated. So we hope he comes back here quickly.
Hey Andy, sorry I ran in late, but can you talk about the 9-0 start that you jumped out on them, and how important was that to win?
Well, I think that to go in the first run of the game, it was nice to set the tone and have a lead where we could play in front instead of behind. And so, you know, the first 4 minutes doesn't decide a basketball game, but it certainly helps, especially when you get off to a start like we did. So it was important because I thought we kept our lead between, I guess, 6 and 14 most of the game, and they cut it to 6, but most of the time it was around 8 to 12, and that 9-point lead at the beginning was really the difference.
How significant is to have the depth of the bench when you're trying to hold on to those 6 14-point leads through the duration of the entire game?
We have very good depth. In fact, some of the players that aren't playing a lot of minutes or don't play at all are good basketball players. It's just that our first 7 or 8 are really good right now. They're playing at a high level. So it's a little frustrating for me as a head coach because I can't get some of the players the minutes they deserve or that I would like to get for them. So it is nice to have depth off the bench, and we have 6 players averaging double figures, and Chimezi Metu, our 7th leading scorer, is averaging about 8 points a game in the Pac-12. So we have 7 players, and he had 21 last time we played UCLA. So when you have a balance like that, we don't have, I think all our scores are between 11 and 12 and a half. So it's unusual to have 6 players so bunched up, but it creates a great advantage for us because it doesn't matter who we have on the court, we can score at every position.
Why has Elijah taken as well as he has that 6-man role?
Well, he has no choice because I make the decision.
What makes him good in that role?
Elijah Stewart has improved. If you saw him as a freshman last year, he's come so far. And I have, as I said, I have tough decisions as a head coach, but we have 4 starting guards on our team, and you can only start 3. And Elijah he plays starters minutes, so it doesn't matter. Our players are all going to play the same minutes whether they start or not. Now, depending on the game to game, maybe there's a slight variation, but Elijah, his Pac-12 season, I think he's averaging 13 or 14 points a game. He's defending. He's shooting over, I think, 50% from the three-point line. I don't have the stats in front of me. He's defending. He's limiting his turnovers. He's putting the ball on the floor now and going to the basket. He's just a much better basketball player than he was last year. And the sky's the limit for him. He's got a long way to go. He still has quite a few things he can work on. But if he gives us that effort like he did tonight, he's just terrific.
One more for Andy.
Coach,
yes.
Well over a third of your shots tonight were from downtown. Do you feel a need to work the ball inside?
Depends if we're making them or not.
What's that?
I said depends if they're going in. But I did think in that second half, when we got stagnant, we took 5 straight jump shots. So your point's well taken because some of those shots were not good shots. They weren't in the flow. They were off the first pass. They just were out of rhythm. And I don't like those type of shots. So we called timeout. We made the adjustment. We said, if you're going to shoot a 3, it's got to be open. It's got to be out for kick out. And then we got in the lane and kicked it out 3 times, and we made 3. So I think Boatwright hit 1, and then Elijah hit 1 when it cut it to 6. But Yeah, we're fine with taking open threes and open looks, and I don't care how many of those. Some games will shoot a much lower percentage of our field goals from the three-point line, and tonight just happened to be a little higher because we're getting good penetration and kickouts.
Thanks, Andy.
Okay, thank you.